here we go. This week's anime DVD update. This is the only thing that arrives today. Clannad dub version. I'll actually pop this out and take a look at it soon. But to keep it interesting, I ordered other stuff. This is the Alien 9 Ultimate Collection, which obviously I've already had the DVD, but the DVD only covers the contents of the first manga, and so I've always been interested in covering mangas 2 and 3. So we've got that option. I also got Mobile Fighter G Gundam Collection 1 and Collection 2. We have Animation Runner Kuromi DVD 1 and DVD 2, or Anime 1 and Anime 2, as well as Demon Prince Enma 1, Demon Prince Enma 2, Lupin the Third, the Fuma Conspiracy, Silent Service, Mermaid Forest Complete Collection. This would be a Rumiko Takahashi anime that's under 1 billion episodes. And last but not least, Patlabor, the original series DVD collection, as well as TV series collection 1 and TV series collection 2 and TV series collection 3 and the New Files DVD collection. I also got a new anime wall scroll. Well, and another new one. And another new one. And we can turn here. And another new one. And 2 more new ones. Then I have one more up there, which is kind of hard to see, but one's behind the bed would be hard to see. And also, I got this for Christmas time. A bleach stocking. Nifty. So, only a little bit of anime to talk about this week. I watched all of Beck, and it was actually a pretty interesting series. When I started watching it, it was pretty obvious that it was a slice of life of the very relaxed progress variety, which is normally not a very exciting thing to watch, but an interesting thing to watch, or sometimes just to have in the background. But for some reason, there was something different about Beck, and I think it's because it had a pretty strong protagonist. Very, I mean, he's not a complete spineless wimp like a lot of protagonists are that can get on your nerve. There was a good amount of confidence in him, which would make me understand why people in the anime that liked him would like him. And also, it was a protagonist with hidden power sort of thing, which is always kind of interesting and exciting. So, not sure if it ended the best way it could have, but overall it flowed pretty well, and it was pretty easy to just sit there and keep watching it and want to see more. Slayer's Evolution R, which is either Season 4 Part 2 or Season 5, which I don't know, pretty much brought the previous DVD's events to a close, and it was entertaining. Nothing about it that particularly jumped out as being awesome, other than the fact that it was Slayers and the inverse is fucking cool. Let's see. I actually rewatched Alien 9 yesterday, so I can talk a little bit about this. Like I mentioned before, the DVD, I guess, is supposed to cover the events of the first volume, and I've heard complaints about made about it by people who didn't like it, along the lines of not liking a main character who cries and whines a lot, but I didn't really mind it too much because I actually sympathize a lot with her fear and the way everybody just kind of ignores it. But overall, it's if you can overlook something like that, it's just a painful thing to finish, not because it was bad, but because it leaves so many unanswered questions. So, I've been very curious forever. I'll have to read these manga and tell you if it's actually worthwhile to go get those. And finally, I popped the first DVD of Clannad in the DVD player and watched the first episode, and it's hard to say if you should dump your subtitle version to get the dubbed one. My opinion is you may be better off if you already have the subtitle version going with that. I have somebody who watched it who hasn't seen the subtitle version, and he thought the dub was pretty good. But for me, who watched the subtitle version, I realized that the voice acting of the original Japanese dub is also really good, so it's kind of hard to transition. So, picking up the dub, it's probably good to pick up if you've never seen the series before and are okay with dubs. Otherwise, unfortunately, you may have to stick with your subtitled stuff. So, other things that came out this week that I didn't get, there's the X Complete series, which I don't think I need because I already have X Remix, which I believe is a complete version of X, but I don't know why it's called Remix, and if it turns out I do have to go back and get the complete collection, that's a chance for y'all to laugh at me. There was also a Witchblade Viridian Collection version that came out, and another interesting thing is the Dokuro-chan dubbed DVD. The release date at some point got updated to yesterday, which is actually kind of a relief, especially if you're also waiting for it to ship, because, you know, that gives you a little comfort to know that they're not forgetting about it. It's just a slow release. It looks like next week's not going to be a particularly big release either, but obviously I can't do this same crazy thing because I spent over $500 on anime stuff this weekend. I just can't afford that. So, I'll do a little bit to pad it, but this was just the special crazy edition. So, I'll see you next week.